Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be kicking off our projects from Papercraft Society box number 64, which has been designed by John next door, John Lockwood. And we are going to use a couple of bits. So this is the box. And you can make this, I'm going to use the embossing folder, I'm going to use a die, and I'm going to use one of the stamps. But you can use this with anything you've got at home, anything you've got in your stash. You don't have to have this if you haven't got this or you're not a member of Papercraft Society. You don't have to have this particular set to do a project similar. I'm going to bring it in a bit. So we are going to do a 6x6. I've already put this onto a piece of white card and I've used the embossing folder. In fact, I've used it twice and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. I've used it on blue and embossed it and popped it onto our card. I've also embossed it again onto pink card. But as you can see, what I've done, I've cut all but the middle butterfly out. But don't throw that away because we're going to be using that, or we could use that, on another project. And I'll show you that another day. So what I've done, all the 8 butterflies I've cut out, I think it's 8, yes, 8, I've got here. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going to bend the wings a little bit. So I'm just going to pop that to one side. And for those of you who have got this set, I used, if I can get it off, I used if I bring the dice set over, it might actually make it easier to see. All these beautiful butterflies in the middle, but again, if you've got butterfly dies, you can just use this with what you've got at home. I used the largest butterfly die to cut out each of the embossed images on the pink. So I'm going to put that back on there and pop that to one side. So make sure we've got it the right way around. That would be embarrassing. So we're going to just bend them up to give it a little bit of flight, to get a movement. If you wanted to edge the wings with some ink, you could. I'm not going to this time. And I'm going to use glue instead of red runner tape. So we're going to just pop that there. And I'm just going to put a little spot of glue. I'm using Creative Crafts bookbinding glue. It's a brilliant glue and it's a lovely bottle. It's got a nice fine nozzle, just what you need for something like this. And I'm going to use my ball tool to centre these butterflies. And I'm just going to pop them on like that. So again, I'm just going to bend that up a little bit. You don't have to bend it. If you want to keep it flat, that's absolutely fine. And this time, I'm going to pop the glue actually on the card and just place that, line up the wing and just press that down like that. So if you use glue, you've got more time to get it into place. So I'm going to do that. I've lifted the wings on all the others. So we're just going to very quickly go round and pop these on. I won't speed this up, we'll do this all together. And then we can chat. So I hope you've had a good Christmas. I hope you're preparing, if you're having a New Year's festivity or a New Year's celebration, I hope you've got something exciting planned or something nice. So we're just going to have a quiet one this year. So that's tonight. Oh, yes, that's tonight. Golly, how did that happen? Yes, New Year's Eve, as of time of recording, is tonight. So if you've got some festivities or celebrations planned for the new year, oops, that's my glue bottle that keeps on falling down. I hope you enjoy it and you have a good one and you're ready for a new year of crafting and activities. So we've got a new lineup for next year for other projects. And of course, we'll be carrying on with this box as well. So I've got a few other projects planned with some of the dies and a couple more of the stamps and maybe a few other bits and pieces. So we'll have to see what we can do with that. And we are nearly there. So just, oh, that one's not quite in place. So just move it up a bit, hold it down and lift it up. And we've got one more to do. So again, I'm just going to lift it up like that. We're going to pop it down and we're almost there. So this one's going to be a fairly quick and simple one. Well, it is going to be a quick and simple one. Once you've done all the cutting, Once you've done the embossing and cutting the butterflies out or images out, whichever you're going to be using, it goes together pretty quick. And this glue, if you're worried about this glue, don't. It will dry clear. But if you want to, you can just hold it down and just whisk it off. It'll be fine. It'll dry clear. And the only other thing I've used, let me put that there so that it doesn't roll off the table. I'm going to put the lid on the glue. And the only other thing I've used the stamp set. And I've used the butterfly wishes, and I've stamped it in blue. And on the back, I have got some foam tape. And, oh, that's what I did. I cut this out with a die. I stamped it. I wasn't too happy with the way it came out, so rather than waste it, I just turned it over and stamped it on the other side. I decided to use a different type of ink. And it worked better. So there we go. There is our butterfly wishes, and there is our card all done. From our embossing folder, and I used this large butterfly to cut out the butterflies here. I used the largest die. So there we go, a very quick and easy. And once you've cut this out, once you've got everything cut out and embossed, you can put it together in about 5 minutes. So probably sooner if you don't chat as much as I do. So you can get it together. I'd say give yourself 10 minutes with all the die cutting and embossing. And once you've got it all together, you've got a very quick card, but a very easy card. But it looks really pretty. If you wanted to add some more detail to these, but if you wanted to keep it fairly clean and simple, you could do it like that. If you wanted it more detailed, you could either add the detail yourself, or you could use either your own pattern paper from your stash or one of the pattern papers from the box. So this is really one of those projects you can make it as detailed or as clean and simple as you like. I'm going to keep it fairly clean and simple. I know that's not me, but I don't usually do that. But this time, I'm going to keep it fairly clean and simple, and I'm not going to do any more embellishments to it. I'm going to leave it like that. So if you've got any bling, you could add some bling. We could have added a ribbon border. There's plenty of ribbon in the box. So there's lots of things you could do to embellish this, but I'm going to leave it like that because I quite like the simplicity of it. So there you go, guys. There is our first card from Papercraft Society box 64. And I'll be back in a couple of days with our next video and our next project. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. I wish you all a very happy new year. Lots of exciting projects to go, and I hope you have a great one. And I'll see you in our next video. And until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you could give me a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this video and you're not a subscriber, there's plenty more to come. So please do hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. It's totally free. It won't cost you anything. And add any comments, of course, if you'd like to. And I'll see you soon. And until then, take care, everybody. Have fun. And as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.